Hi guys, welcome back. So this is video 2 of our Tim Holtz Folio journal, whatever you want to call it. So after I ended the video last night, I finished sanding around the edges of my covers, and then I inked them, and so you see how pretty that looks. It looks like that paper is just mushed down into that chipboard. So we have our spine, and so we are going to need to put this on, and I want to make sure, where is my 1/4 inch thing? I might have already done something with it. I may have to cut another one because I need to have my little 1/4 inch marker for whenever I put this onto the spine. So how many of you guys are doing this project with me? I would love to know how many of us are actually doing this. If you are making one of these, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so we done our thinner chipboard onto our Tyvek. And if you remember, we scored, we have the 1/4 inch score marks right there. So what I'm going to do, because I am not good at this kind of stuff, I am just going to do that whenever I go to put it down. But actually, I'm going to put it down this way, I think. So I'm going to lay this there like that, because I am going to put it on like this. I'm going to put it on the outside. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me do this. I'm going to use this board to line stuff up, and that will help me some. Okay, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and put my, I'm gonna do score tape and Fabri-Tac. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. So I'm just getting some, and you can use either, you can use whatever adhesive you want to use. So I'm just making sure that I do not get my score tape on that, that score line there, because I want that to stay open. So I think I'm just going to do maybe 2 pieces of score tape, especially since I'm doing Fabri-Tac as well. That should be perfectly fine. And I hope I'm halfway in frame. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see, but at the same time I have such a difficult time seeing. And so if you don't have the Tyvek, you can use, and I may have said it last night, but you can use cardstock, you can use fabric, you can use masking tape, duct tape. There's a lot of different things you can use if you don't have a Tyvek envelope. So don't think that you just have to run out and buy some, or because you don't have it, because there's other ways that you can do it without having the Tyvek. But I just happen to have, I think I have like 2 more, because whenever excuse me, whenever applicants send their files in, some of them will send it in the Tyvek envelopes, and all we do is just, after we scan the document in, we just recycle it. And so rather than it go into the recycle, I just take it, the envelope, and then I'll just use that. And so it's done good for me. So see, it keeps it out of the landfill, and it gives me something to work with. Okay, so I'm going to attempt this. Hopefully I can get this done without gluing everything down that I don't want glued down. because I have a bad habit of doing that. All right, so I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac down here. And so I'm just going to use this little piece. Hopefully I don't end up gluing it all together. I'm mainly wanting to use this little piece as my little guide on where I need to put this. Okay, now I should be able to pick that up. And that looks about right. Yep. Yep, looks like I got it. Okay. So now if I can just do that to the other side, we'll be doing good. So let me put it down, and so the other side will go, yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yep, okay. See, I get confused. All right, so I'm just gonna put that down on this side again so that I have my little space there. Let me go ahead and get this up first, and then I'll try and put it down. And I would say that I would speed the videos up some when I'm doing some of the tedious stuff. But I got to thinking about it, and I don't want to do that because I don't want you guys to miss anything. And even if it's something that I may not consider to be that important, it may be something that you really need or want to see. So I am not going to speed anything up. I'm going to try not to do a lot of stuff off camera. Now, there may be some stuff that I'll do. Well, obviously, I'll have to do my sewing off camera when it comes to that. But for, you know, the making of the journal and all, I'm going to try my hardest to do pretty much all of that on camera with you guys. So I'm just putting that down and hoping I get it all lined up. It looks like I did. Okay, let's see. See how it looks over here. So I'm just gonna get that glue worked in and the tape. Now let's see. Yep. Look, it's looking good. Okay, we're getting it. We are getting there. Okay, what did I do with my lid? And y'all know I don't normally use the big bottles of Fabri-Tac, but when I'm having to use so much, I'll normally try to use it. Now let's see. Do I have, what size is this? I wonder if this is about the right size. It's probably a little too long, but I'm thinking this might be about the right width. How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little over 6. I don't know if I have my good, I was gonna see if I have my craft knife or something so that I can just lay it down on the table and just cut it away, but maybe I should have had all this stuff together. But that would have made way too much sense, wouldn't it? Okay, I don't know where my craft knife is, and I don't want to take too much time looking for it. And the sad thing is, it's probably like right in front of my face, if the truth be known. So, okay, now let me just do this. And I normally don't cut very straight when I cut like this, but I am going to attempt to maybe see what I can do here. So I'm just going to lay this out. And because I want it to be, this is 9 inches tall, so I want this to be about 11 or 12 inches high. And then I want it about 6 inches wide. so that it will give me some room, you know, about 1 inch or so on either side of the spine. Okay, let's see if I can cut this halfway straight. The key is keeping it straight underneath while I cut it. Which, if it's not perfectly straight, we can fix that. You know, we can cover it to where you really won't see that it's not perfectly straight. But as perfectly straight as I can get it, which for me, it's not going to be very straight. So let's try this one more time. See, if I had my little straight edge, I could just line the ruler up and go right on down it, but probably with my sewing stuff. So I'm not gonna stress over it right now. Let's see how crooked I got. That's not real bad. It's not real good either, but it's not real bad. And I'm just gonna cut this selvage edge off. I had enough. I think I could do that. All right, now let's see. Let's see where we're lining up. I'm just going to do it like this for right now, just so I can see. Yeah, see, that's good. I mean, it's actually a little more than what I need, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so what we're going to do, I want to try and line this up to where I have about the same amount on either side. So I'm just lining this right here up. And then let's see. Because I want about the same amount on the front as I have on the back. So this looks really wonky right here. I don't know if you guys can see how wonky it looked. But it looked really wonky right there. Which, like I said, it's not going to be that big of a deal because I'm going to put some trim there. So, I'm thinking that it's going to be pretty decent about right there. So what I'm going to do, just because I don't trust myself, I am actually going to clip right here just to kind of hold it on for just a minute while I do some gluing. And I have linked, I did go back in today and make sure that I linked a lot of the stuff that I'm using in my Amazon links below. So if you're wondering about any of it, I do have a lot of it linked. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think we need to glue this down now. I hope we do, because I'm gluing it down. So I'm going to put quite a bit of glue right through here. And again, you can use the double-sided tape or the washi, I mean the Fabri-Tac, or both, or you know, whatever's easiest for you. That's what you go with. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I am actually going to get really messy right here, because I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to rub out any of those lumps, because this fabric is that duck fabric, and I just, you know, as few lumps as I can have, the better. Okay, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to smooth that down just like that. Let's see, but you know what, you can kind of see some of my red and blue on that envelope underneath, but it'll be okay. I think we can do something with that. And it doesn't look like I got it even, though. It looks like I kind of Nope, I went crooked when I got a couple seconds maybe. Let's try this again, because it looked like I went crooked with it when I put it down. Okay, maybe that's got it. If it doesn't, we're going with it no matter what, because I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up again. Okay. So we've got that. And then I need to kind of lift this up right here. And I'm going to get my glue again. And I am just going to go right here. And I'm going to put quite a bit of glue right down there. And then I'm going to put a little bit up in here. I don't want it to put too much right in here right now, because some of it's going to seep out. So we can always go back in and add glue. So I'm just kind of, with my fingers, I'm going really good down into that crease. And see, I didn't smooth my glue out there, so you can see my glue, which it should be fine. Let me grab this little bone folder here. The only thing is, it looks like some of the red from the envelope is seeping through as well. But that's okay. We'll do something about it if we need to. Alright, so we've got that down. So I'm going to turn this around. And so I can do this side here. Yeah, see, I got a good little bit more on the back, which that's fine. I'd rather have more on the back than on the front. So I'm okay with that part of it. And I'm not really covering up much of the image, because the butterflies, they're over quite a way, so that worked out good. So I just need to go in and really get that down into that seam area. Yeah, see where that blue is on my envelope? It's going to come through, so we may end up having to put something there, which, that, you know, we can do that at the very end after we see what everything's going to look like. Okay, so I'm just gluing that on down and still going back through on that spine area. Just getting it pushed down good. The only thing about using the Postal Service envelopes is that the writing will come off with the Fabri-Tac because of the acetone in it. Alright, so there's that so far. Look, guys, how pretty is that looking so far? Oh, loving it. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to just come over here, and I'll just go ahead and leave. It's not going to hurt to leave that much there. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. So I'm just going to pull it down like that. And again, I'm just really getting that good. That's all I'm doing right now. And I'll have to come through and put some more glue, you know, on the edges, but that's fine. So I'm just making sure I get it down in that crease really good. Okay, so let's glue this part on down. So I'm just putting some glue here. Okay. And my husband just got home, so I don't know. It may get loud because he'll probably come in and turn the TV on. So I'm going to apologize in advance. But That's part of it. Okay, so I'm getting that down and just smoothing that on down like that. Now I am going to cut this off. I don't want that hanging around in there. So let's glue this on down. And we may have to do some gluing on the front too, but that's fine. Okay, so there's that. Now let's check the front. Oh, look how pretty it's already looking. Yeah, see, I need to glue right in there. So let me get this and put a little bit of glue through here, which it's fine because I'd rather have to come back in and glue it than to have had a glob. Which if you do get a glob, you can, you know, get one of the little glue erasers and get it off. Okay, so that's glued down now, and I got glue all over my front cover, which we knew I was going to do that. And then let's see, it looks like I need to glue this down as well. So let's go ahead and glue that down. Okay, I think we got that. All right, so all of that's looking good. Now I don't know if I want to put the trim on it right now, because I'm not positive what trim I'm going to use. I would like to use this, but I don't think I have enough for the front and the back of this. I think I might though. Guys, I do. I'm using this. Okay, so let's see. If it goes right there like that. Yep, okay, so let's glue that down. I think I can use this bottle for that. So I just need to try and glue a straight line. That's easier said than done with me. Okay, so I've got that. So now let me see if I can put this down without gluing myself all over the place. So we're just going to try and put it down as evenly as I possibly can. And it looks like I might have got it. I'm just gonna press that down, and I'm gonna cut it a little bit long, and I can trim it up later. But at least I'll have that. Oh, look how pretty it's looking. I'm loving that. Hey baby, I love you. I think that looks really good with the flowers right there. So let's take a look here. Yeah, that's going to look good. So I'll go ahead and do this. So just kind of, you know, as straight of a line as you possibly can get. Okay. Now let's stick this down. Oh yes, guys. Oh my goodness. I think that was like the perfect lace for the paper that I picked out. I definitely do. Look at that. How cute. Oh, I'm loving it. Alrighty. Okay. So now the next thing we've got to do is our inside spine area. It's a little different probably than what you're used to. We need to get another piece of the chipboard, the lightweight chipboard. And I think I did end up making mine 3 inches. So I need to cut me a piece the same size. So I'm going to do 3 inches by 9 inches. Okay. And then I need to get my scoreboard. And y'all can hear my cat, and I apologize. My husband let him in. So I do apologize. I wonder if I can do it on the little scoreboard. I think I can. Quiet, Goliath. Okay, so if this is 6 inches and this is 3 inches, so I need to come in 1 1/4 inches, I think. So let's do that. Let's do 1 1/4 inches on each side. Well, we'll do 1 1/4 inches, and then we'll do at 1.5 inches on each side. And hopefully I've got it all measured correctly. Because if I don't, we're in trouble. And then I want this side on the outside. So I'm going to fold it like this. Just like that. And I'm going to fold this part too. I think I'm doing this right. I don't remember. We're trying it though. If we mess up, we'll just work with it. Okay, so let me just see how this is going to fit in here. Okay, because you're going to need this, and you're going to need it done like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it over. I am going to use my score tape and my glue. And guys, this video is going to have to be a little bit longer than 30 minutes because I have to at least get you guys to a stopping point. Which what we'll do is get the inside covering all in, and then we will stop. But I need to at least get you to that point. Okay, so I've got that. Now let me take this off, and I'll show you why this is important in just a second. Okay. All right, so now let's put some glue down on this. And then we need to glue this on to that paper there. Okay, so I've got that. And I kind of do this the same way I done my covers. I just kind of halfway, I get that standing up like that, stand that up, and then just kind of lean into it. And for me, that's about the best way I can do it. All right. Now, scrape that down real good. I got some extra tape right here. Let me cut that off. Okay, because, and I can't remember if I told you guys this last night or not, but I did tell you about the eyelets, so maybe I told you about that. Where are my eyelets? Here's my vintage looking eyelets. Got that behind here. And down here with all this other stuff. I should have got them out, knowing that I was going to be doing this, but again, that would have made way too much sense, guys. Okay, because I need 4 eyelets right now, because if you notice in this journal here, that's how I have the strings in there. See, I have the eyelets there, and then I done the strings, and then I put this down. So that's why we need to go ahead and get the eyelets in there now before we glue it down. We do need to ink it a little bit, and I hate to take the time to ink it, but I'm afraid if I don't, then I'll forget when I get off camera. So I'm going to have to take a little bit of time and ink this up. I'm just mainly like, you're not going to see this part here, but you will see like the folds. So that's why I'm trying to ink those. You know, ink as much as you want, as little or as much as you want. You know, you don't even have to ink. But I like to have it inked just in case something does happen to show. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. Now I need to put my my eyelets in, and so I'm just gonna look and I don't want them too close to my spine over here, so I think maybe about 3/4 of an inch in I think would be good, or I guess I could go, yeah, let's do 3/4 of an inch in. But if I done it at each one at 1 inch, that might be the best thing to do. And so it's a good inch all the way. So let's just do that, and then that way we know that we have exact measurements there. And so I am just going to, I'm going to set this to where it'll be the same thickness going in on each one. And that's about where I want it. Okay, so now let me find my inch there. And I'm going to do the one there. And then find the inch there. Looks about right. And so I just need to do the same thing down here. That looks like the inch. And that looks like the inch. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So let's set our eyelets in. And I don't know that, I mean, we can try to put the string in tonight, but I'm just afraid of the video getting to be way too long, because I don't want to do too much in one video to where you guys don't understand. So I'm not sure what to do. All right, so let's put this down. And let's get the other ones on. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and maybe put our string in and get this glued down, so we'll at least have that much done. So I need to grab my twine because it's a bag over here. Okay, so we've got that. Move that out of the way. And so this will go down just like this right here after we put our string in. And then we'll glue this down. So let me grab my string. Hang on 1 second. It's right here though. Okay. And this is just some really thin string that I had. But I think it's going to be fine for this part. So what you want to do, and I'll show you, you want to have enough to bring it all the way through and come up, and then I'm going to leave it a lot longer than what it needs to be, but I can always cut it off. I can't add to it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a piece of string here, run it through here, and then, I don't know, It's probably way too long, but that's fine with me. Because like I said, I can always cut it off. I can't always add it back. So let me cut another one the same length, or, you know, pretty close to it. Okay. Because this is what's going to hold our little journals in when we get around to making them. So bring your string up through your holes here and try to get it, you know, fairly even, and then go ahead and tie it so that it'll be even in your journal because we're about to glue this down. So just go ahead and do that, and it's also getting the string out of the way. So I am so sorry if I'm like going out of screen and focus and all, but okay. So that looks pretty even. So let's tie that. And then once we get this tied, okay, so now we can work with this because now our string is there and we're going to glue it down with our string attached. So maybe you guys can kind of see how it's happening now a little more. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just glue this bad boy down. And I probably should use score tape as well, but I didn't put any on here and I just don't feel like taking the time to do it. So I'm gonna just use glue, and I'm going over my string and all because I want it glued down really well, because that's what's going to be holding my journals intact. And yes, I know I have a ton of glue. I know. Okay, so I'm just folding this up, and then I'm going to try and line it up like that. Hopefully I got it lined up. It's looking like I might have. Okay. Which was the goal. Yep. Okay, so now the fun part is getting all of this glued down really good, and that fly is going to drive me crazy. So now I'm just trying to get that glue down because I want to make sure everything sticks good. That's why you need to make sure when you do your eyelets that you don't do them too close to the edge, because you want to have some surface there for your paper to glue to. And if you do it too close to the edge, then your eyelets will prevent it from gluing down properly. And you don't want that to happen. Okay. That's feeling like it's gluing down pretty good. I'm just looking at it up here. So see, it looks like I got some, you know, it's holding together pretty good right there. Need to pull it down a little bit right here, but that's looking pretty good as well. So all of that seems to be looking good. So now it looks like I can just glue these down. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we will call this video done for tonight. And then tomorrow we will work on the inside, and we will probably do this side first, and then we'll come back and do the back side, and then we'll do our journals. That'll be the last thing probably. Okay, so just make sure everything's still in place, and then just glue this on down. Oh, look at that glue seeping out. I'll let you know I got enough glue. but that's okay. And you can see that just a little bit, but that's fine because you're actually not going to end up seeing it because it will, we will be putting papers on the inside. So if that stresses you, don't let it, because we will be doing something with that. So now I'm just doing the same thing to this back side here. And guys, if I'm in too close, let me know. I was just trying to get this close so that you guys could see, but I'm afraid with the size of this book that I might be too close. So I don't know. If y'all need me to make adjustments to the camera angle, just let me know. I don't mind. So now I just need to glue this side down. And I'm glad I tied those strings up because they're already getting in my way. Okay. And then if I need to come back in, you know, and glue a couple pieces here or there tomorrow, that'll be fine too. But for the most part, it's glued down. So there we go, guys. That's it for today. That 30 minutes went by quick. It's actually been 40 minutes, but you know, like I said, it's not a hard journal to do. It is very time consuming, as you can see. So that's the hardest part about it, is just finding, you know, taking the time. But it is going to be beautiful when we get it done. So again, if you are making one of these with me, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know how many of us are making them right now. Yeah, look, it's so pretty. Look how pretty it's looking. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here for tonight, and I will see you all tomorrow when we get started working on doing the insides. So make sure you have all your stuff ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be using acetate, and I'll be using some of the Tim Holtz cardstock, and we will also be using the fabric washing. If you do not have fabric washing, that's fine. You can use strips of fabric that you can glue down, but just make sure, if you're going to be working along with me, that you have at least those items. And I can't remember what else we might need. We'll need some more eyelets tomorrow. I think that's all I can remember right now. But anyway, guys, I shall see you all tomorrow. Happy crafting. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. I'm back for just a second. One thing I forgot to tell you all that I'm going to do tonight is I am going to put some Mod Podge or Collage Podge, one of the two, over the top of my journal, the front and the back, just to kind of seal it. And I'm going to go ahead and do it tonight so that it'll be dry by tomorrow whenever we start working on it. So I wanted to jump on here and include that to let you guys know, just in case you guys wanted to do the same thing. You don't have to. It's not something that has to be done, but I am going to do that. So just wanted to jump on here and let you guys know that I'm going to go ahead and seal mine now, and then I'll probably seal it again towards the end. But anyway, guys, have fun. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.